God damn, that was some damage. What is going on, guys? Dork Gaming here, and I'm bringing you today another build on Warframe, the Scalar Orthos build, or at least as I like to call it, which I must say, it's a pretty darn good build. The gameplay you'll see in the background, or most of it, is me utilizing this on a Sortie 3 Grenier mission with enhanced armor, if memory serves me well. And as you can see with this build, you can turn your Orthos into some pretty decimative monster. I mean, look at this. Level 140 corrupted bombards, and they don't stand a chance. And from the damage numbers you can see right there, even though the 5.5 multiplier may seem kind of high, and now even a 6 multiplier, because it got so addictive I went up to 100,000. Sorry. I went to 100,000 on the combo multiplier while testing this in the simulacrum. It was insane. The build is just crazy. And it turns your Orthos into a slash proc crit monster. And you'd be surprised at how easy it is to get those crazy multipliers on the build. Like you see right there on the bottom, 3.5, you saw before 5.5 and 6. Those are like crazy numbers to you, but as the speed demon right here, Mr. Loki Prime's gonna show us, this is the build, and using Relentless Combination, Weeping Wounds, and Blood Rush, as well as the more average mods that you'd use on an Orthos Prime, which is the combo duration mods, damage mod, which is prime pressure point, primed reach for that reach, obviously, and berserker, because with this build, berserker is actually pretty darn viable. I mean, in the gameplay, I actually utilized Naramon. Yes, really, Naramon with a 10% crit weapon. Yeah, that's how badass this build is, that it even keeps up Naramon continuously when you run it. It is crazily overpowered, and I don't want to start getting as to how freaking quickly it scales up. But, obviously, the starting clip was Nidus. Why Nidus specifically? I actually made that intentionally as a symbolic sort of meaning, because it's basically a build that goes the same way that Nidus does. It scales. It doesn't actually start off and just basically decimates everything. It scales to that point. And it's kind of crazy to think about it, because the build is very, very much so capable of taking on past sortie level enemies. And of course, that is as long as you can actually both utilize the crit and slash procs, which is status of the weapon. And this part right here, I want you to take a quick note of this, because I just got killed, and I want you to see just how fast I get back up and just start wrecking face again. But of course, I also want to mention this while we're at it. This is utilizing one of the many synergies that this build has, which is Ash. Ash's passive increases the lethality of every slash proc. And I believe it also increases their duration, if I am not incorrect. You can correct me in the bottom on the comments, guys, if I am indeed incorrect and it's only the damage that it increases. But yeah, Ash, he's pretty good with this build. I mean, you've got invisibility, you've got your Blade Storm if you need it. If you want to take care of that armor, you can use Seeking Shuriken. It's a really good synergy with Ash. And then you can get some synergy with the Speed Demon Loki. Obviously, it's his favorite weapon. I mean, come on, you saw him use it. But yeah, with Speed Demon Loki, this basically goes up even further. The damage of each proc isn't as much, but the overall DPS that you're gonna have is out of this world. Simply because you'll be flying around the room so fast that you'll be stabbing people all over the place. You'll be basically leaving slash procs behind you. You're like Sonic, and you just leave slash procs wherever you go. And since Sarin has the whole status procs passive, she's also pretty good with this build. She can really mess things up. and utilizing her spores, you half the enemy health with those slash procs. It gets pretty crazy. You can kind of tell by now, I'm pretty certain. And obviously there's even more synergies than that. But of course, these are the main ones that I wanted to notify you guys of. This is a pretty short video, if you couldn't tell, because there's really not much else to this build. It's just basically a really deadly build that I found out on the Orthos, and a build that I am very happy to run on my Orthos from this point on. Of course, this is a build that could in theory work with other weapons, but because the Orthos starts out so poorly, if you want to put it that way, in terms of damage, it really starts to show just how far it can scale up. And of course, those damage numbers are pretty decent, let me tell ya. But anyway guys, that's all I wanted to tell you. This is probably the last video you're gonna see from me for a while, because I'm gonna be really busy in these weeks. And I didn't make an update video, so I'm telling you right now if you were even interested. But anyway guys, that's all from me today. I hope I'll catch you on the next video. I hope you use the Scalar Orthos, and I will see you next time.
Dig complete. Your hard work has just been rewarded.